Ninjakiwi is back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. This week we have Bloonarius on the new map Lost Crevice, but now it's time to check out the rules. Yes, you see that correct. 400% health, 70% speed. This is going to be interesting. Now, obviously, as per usual with my videos, we will be doing ranked mode, looking at the leaderboard here. The best time currently is 5 minutes, 37 seconds. So we'll see if I can snag that #1 spot early into the event. Let's hop right into it. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 4,000 starting cash plus an extra 200 from the monkey knowledge. We're going to start with a free dart monkey right here. We brought Geraldo, of course, so we're going to get him on the field. Let's place that rare quincy action figure. And then with the money remaining, I'm thinking about getting a banana farm, increased production, and I actually have money for a second banana farm too. And if I really want to be super greedy, which I am, let's actually sell Geraldo. We've already placed the NFT, which was Geraldo's purpose in the early game, and we'll upgrade the second farm. Okay, but yeah, this interesting part about this map is going to be the early game in my opinion. Defending the early game is going to cost quite a bit of money just because it's not necessarily an easy map. It splits paths very early on, right? And on top of that, I'm not entirely sure how we're going to utilize the balloon trap and rubber gold farming that I typically do, just because of how the path works as well. That's going to be something I need to think about as we progress. Either way, as far as the farms are concerned, I definitely want to rush an early bank. That's my initial plan. I'm going to need more defense this round though, aren't I? Well, let's see if the spikes in the back can handle. I think I'll get a time penalty, most likely. Yeah, I am. Okay. I mean, I can try the submarine play and see if that works. I doubt it, but you never know. Maybe I don't get a time penalty here? Please? Wait. No penalty. But yeah, my overall plan farming-wise is I just want to get that bank up as soon as possible. A monkey bank would be huge for us. Alright, this is the round, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit more money, please. Got it. Okay. Now, my bank location might seem weird because if you know how I typically farm, I'll go for an IMF loan and then go for a Monkeyopolis inside the range of the IMF loan with my balloon trap and rubber and gold alchemist in that range as well, which is still my plan. The reason I have the bank down here though is because I think having my balloon trap at the very top of the map wouldn't really work with rubber gold. Also, a new retries round. Just because of how this map's kind of oriented. So I'm planning on having my engineer rubber gold set up down here by my bank. Okay, we're gonna get another farm on our side. Just an unupgraded one, which will probably be a 200. Right next to my bank. Ooh. We are starting to struggle against the balloons though. Do I get a time penalty here? Doesn't look like it. And round 18 has a lot of greens at the end of the round. Let's see if I can greed for greater production first before I get more defense. And I'm thinking about getting improved rings this round. If I can make them... Oh, I'm not going to make the money for it, though. How many leaks do I incur here? Most likely a significant... Well, actually, the boomerang can reach that track, which is interesting. Well... Now I get a time penalty, okay. Here's what I'm going to end up doing. Second boomerang down in this location. A little cleanup boomerang, you could say. And that does work in my favor, okay. So my bank is almost full now. I was thinking about collecting it and upgrading to an IMF loan because it's going to overflow this round. So we'll do that. But my question is it worth for me to sell the greater production farm to get more interest in the IMF loan? I'm pretty sure I've already made a profit on this farm with like how much the sell value is. So I'm going to also do that, but I'm going to wait for the farm to make its income for the round before I sell it. As long as I don't get a time penalty, I'm fine with it though. Upgrade. There we go. And then IMF loan ability is actually already off cooldown. Okay. So do I want to get the Obelisk after round 25 concludes, or do I want a max cash out from my IMF loan before I do that? I'm not sure. Ooh, am I dead? Wait. No, I'm not. I survived that. 6 lives remaining, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Collect you. And now I'm going to go discount, discount. And then under double D, we get up a... Monkey Town. Wait a second. We can sell these defenses as well. Monkey Town. And I can get my engineer down in this location under triple discount. Okay. I like where this is going. Oversized nails. Sell one of these. Double gun, larger service area. We can sell the second one. So my question here is, do I sell my rare quincy action figure yet? I'm not entirely sure about that. Because the rare quincy action figure has really good interest until you hit round 30. It would help my farming quite a bit, getting that 7.3k, but is the interest stronger than the help in farming? I'm going to say yes, I'm actually going to sell it, which will allow me to afford a balloon trap easily. We can get this to a monkey city. Now, the only thing with my farming setup is I'm going to need some sort of defense on the right side here. We can defend 3/4 of the balloons with the balloon trap. The 1/4 will need to be defended by something over here. Okay, right when the round starts though, we're gonna use IMF loan ability, upgrade Monkeypolis, and then get a farm or two in range of my village and upgrade those into marketplaces as well. All right, Monkeypolis. Marketplace. Another farm. What am I gonna do to defend these balloons on the right now? I need to think about that logically. Boomerang. On last targeting. Improved rings. I'm hoping that with Quincy is enough. Oh wait, my balloon trap is actually popping some of the balloons before they enter. That's not ideal. All right, better spot, better spot. We're good. Okay, and one other thing I forgot about is I do get free dart monkeys at the end of every round. So I could technically place my free dart monkeys over here. I'm gonna wait on that though. Lead balloons this round. Wait, I need lead popping for this right-hand side. Maybe red hot rings on the boomerang? That snipes the top though, which isn't good. So instead of red hot rings, probably go for a bomb shooter. Okay, that works, that works. It's not pretty, but it's working. All right, so my rubber gold's gonna go right about here. We'll first place that, and then I should be able to fit one farm to the left. Yep, there we go. Okay, perfect. Good farm spots, W spots, ladies and gentlemen. And then on top of the rubber wood alchemist, I definitely want to get a glue gunner here to slow down the balloons and give me time to actually rubber goldify them. And now we've reached an interesting position. I can't fit any more farms in the range of my village. So the question becomes, is it best for me to place farms outside the range of the village, which are not discounted and do not get the village extra income, or save up to upgrade like a central market or two? And I don't know the answer to that question. My guess would be the better play is just get farms outside the range of the village. The reasoning behind this is because it's just, I can reinvest my money at a much faster rate, if you think about it. That's my thought process, but I don't know. I could see people go either way with their farming route, to be honest. And now it's time to prep for the tier 1 defense, where I'm not actually sure what the best way to defend a 4 times HP Bloonarius fast is. So my initial guess would be Plasma Monkey Fan Club, as that just has an insane amount of damage, and then you can get like Glue Storm and stuff to help the damage as well. So if that is my plan, there's 3 abilities I want to cool off before round 40 starts. And that is 1 Glue Strike, 1 Super Monkey Fan Club ability, and a Cold Arms ability. All right, we'll see if I can achieve that though. It's not going to be necessarily easy. Let's send it. Okay, please come off cooldown, please come off cooldown. Yes, no time penalty? Please? Okay, we did it. All 3 of these abilities are ready. Okay, now, so first off, let's collect you. Sell, 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 sell. And now what I'm gonna do is get up a village right here into primary mentoring. This is the reason why I didn't actually place my free dart monkeys on the right-hand side, is because I'll be utilizing these free dart monkeys for defense for this tier 1 defend. But we'll get 20 of these guys up. All right, there's 20, ladies and gentlemen. I still have money for this home and defense. Now, obviously I want a home and defense buff all of the dart monkeys. On top of that, I do want a home and defense buff 2 ice towers. I'll be utilizing a super brittle and an embrittlement. And then I need something to clean up Bloonarius insides, obviously, like the ceramics, which I'm thinking maybe a Alk buffed more glaives with home and defense buff can defend that. All right, guys, I think this is my setup. So here we go. Home and defense, use it, sell it, the buff will stay, and I can actually do this as well. We will upgrade all of these darts to triple shot. The reasoning behind this play is we'll make the darts attack faster, but it will make my Plasma Monkey Fan Club cost less as well because of monkey knowledge savings. Yep, there we go. Now this is cheaper. All right, guys, we have the new setup now built. Plan simple: Plasma Monkey Fan Club, sell Plasma Monkey Fan Club, upgrade Super Brittle, upgrade Embrittlement, use Glue Strike, sell Glue Strike, upgrade Overdrive on both of these, and then upgrade more glaives. That is like a lot I need to do, so there's probably gonna be some pausing and probably gonna be some bad micro in the mix too, but you know? All right, let's go. Okay, is there anything else I need to do? Alk buff for you? I think it's it. I think it's it. How fast is this? 11, 12. Let's see what my time is though, through 1 tier. 15.18. I feel like it was faster than that, but I guess that's not bad. Oh, someone else already submitted a 354. Well, I don't know if I'll get first anymore. That seems like a pretty good time, but we'll see where I finish off. All right, guys, now it's time to sell off everything. And we've got a little bit less than 54k on hand, which is not as much as I'd like. The reason it's so low is because we did so much selling for the tier 1 defense. But either way, I'll go for a triple discount in Monkey Town right here, and I can get a farm inside the range, and get up a Monkeyopolis, perfect. The next thing I'm going to go for is actually a central market over the banana research facility. The reasoning behind this play is because I want to utilize actually boat farming, I think, as there's a decent amount of water space. We don't want to go for boat farms yet. We'll go for a couple central markets first. But yeah, that's where I'm going to take my farming route. I wonder, can I fit a second farm in here? I can. Okay. I honestly should have fit 2 farms in here before the tier 1 defense. That was a bit of a mistake farming-wise for me, but it's fine. We'll get it now. Then last but not least, I do want to get a rubber gold alchemist over here. I do think, all things considered, that was a pretty good tier 1 defense. I'm definitely not full sweating this boss event, but I still want a solid score nonetheless. Alright, start getting some boats on the right here. I think I just need more defense on the right anyways, and it'll help my farming a little bit. Let's see. This defend? Okay. We defended, yes. Target the trap. We're good. One other thing that's kind of working against me is the boat farms are going to steal balloon trap income now. But I think that's fine. It's not a huge concern. I guess if I really wanted to, I could get a balloon trap for the right-hand side and a rubber to gold alchemist on the right. I don't think that's a bad idea. Next up, we save for the 23k trade empire, which should be afforded sometime soon, I'd imagine. Oh, I also have fertilizer available. I should have been utilizing that. That's fine. We'll utilize fertilizer starting around 50. Fertilizer can go on both of these farms. Give us a little bit of extra income there. Oh, we've got Moabs now. Wait a second. These boats might be enough to pop the Moab class layer, though. They definitely aren't. Okay. Well then. So what I'll do against the Moabs then is get a spike factory right here, Moab Shredder, set target in this location. And that should will clip the Moab and pop it, yep, and then we can clean up the ceramics here. Perfect. That's clean. Alright, I'm really hoping I can afford this trade empire before the round concludes. If I can't, that's going to be a little bit unfortunate. Oh, I'm so close. Do I sell something? I think I do. Sell this. We make more income from the extra boats than I lose selling the glue. Oh wait, I would have had the money anyways, it's fine. Okay. This is working decently. Alright, we've got 4 central markets so far. I'm feeling pretty good with our setup. I'm not sure if we'll actually even make enough money to get the max boat farm before the tier 2 defend. I'm now thinking. And if that's the case, it probably would have been more optimal just to take the regular farming route with the Banana Central play. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, I think after this round concludes, we'll go for the Lord of the Abyss, guys. That's my plan. And where do I want to have my Lord of the Abyss with the boat farms? I'm thinking over here. Which unfortunately means I can't make balloon trap income on the right side anymore, but that's fine. We'll sell these off with a couple of boats in here. Luckily, I can still fit some of these boats underneath my village too, which is nice. We now have max boat farms, which is nice. So I think I'll start upgrading these guys into favorite trades. Is the next plan farming-wise. But we do have that tier 2 defend coming up. And I'm not entirely sure how I want to play against that. Anyways, here's my plan. I am going to get a Sun Temple, and this should be 25,000 of support sacrifice with these 3 towers. Got you up. And I can get a Homeland defense. Perfect. I think I'm going to cool off 3 Plasma Monkey Fan Club abilities. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm quickly realizing 60 Dart Monkeys isn't going to happen. I think I currently have 27. So we'll do 40 Dart Monkeys transformed. We'll sell one of these off, which is fine. Now, another thing I just now realized is my Sun Temple isn't actually discounting everything. Here's what I'm going to do. We'll get a Deadeye here. And now I'm going to use the Rejuvenation Potion from you. Upgrade this guy to a Bounty Hunter. Increase the range. Okay, now that reaches everything. Okay, time to use the Homeland defense. Sell the Homeland. I'm actually out of money. Okay, I have to sell off more than I would have liked. That's fine. I feel like the boat farming just wasn't it, guys. I would have made more money, I bet, if I went straight BRFs like I typically do, but it's nice to make a change of farming every now and then. Go. Alright, how fast is this? Honestly, not as fast as I thought it would be. Do I still take it down in 1 Plasma Monkey Fan Club ability, or does it time out? Please don't time out. Oh, no! No, that's rough. That's really rough. I don't know what to do about this. I might consider going back to around 40 and redoing my farming. Before I do that though, let's see how much overall cash I have for this defense if I sell everything. Yeah, 316,000 is not very good farming for tier 2. Okay. I'm gonna redo the farming and I'll catch you guys back on round 60. Alright, I'm really hoping we can defend the boss with just one Plasma Monkey Fan Club cycle now. Because last time we got close, but we didn't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see. We gotta do a lot of micro here, so I gotta be ready. Attack zone, yes. Okay, how are we looking? We're looking good. Please, attack zone, do your best. We did it. Just in time. Okay. Definitely wasn't the fastest micro of all time, but I'll take it. 33.4 through 2 tiers. I think that's good pacing, nonetheless. Now, here's the thing. I'm thinking about actually going back to boat farming, though. Even though we saw boat farming wasn't as good as the BRFs, I think boat farming might be better than the BRFs now, just because we're starting off with a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? And the other small advantage of this play is I can get some favorite trades and get a little bit of increased sellback on some of my towers. Alright guys, I have built this weird farming setup so far, just trying to maximize the discounting with the Sun Temple while I still have it, but it's definitely going to be smart for me to sell the Sun Temple now. That $100,000 sell value is going to help my farming quite a bit, so bye-bye. And then I guess with our money, we continue to build these boat farms. We have now officially hit the max boat farms. What I'm considering doing is trying to build a balloon shop farming setup at the top now. Maybe I should have been doing this in the entire game, but I feel like in the previous rounds it wouldn't have been super effective, but now that I have a little bit more cash, I can do it. This is what the balloon shop farming setup's looking like. I have 3 traps, 2 rubber to golds, a glue to slow down the balloons, and then 2 mob charge spikes to pop down Moabs. And I think we roll with the setup. We obviously don't have max boat farms yet, but we'll get max boat farms some point soon, hopefully. And you're probably thinking to yourself, Ryan, why don't you just go for a triple XL trap at this point? You have so many things up here. Which, triple XL trap probably wouldn't be a bad play. The problem with it, though, is it's technically not efficient most of the time to go for triple XL early, opposed to spending that money on just balloon trap farming and the rest of the cash on like other farming measures, you know what I'm saying? Most top bossers don't use triple XL trap in their farming flowcharts. Well, actually what top bossers do is they use the Jungle's Bounty on the Druid. That is one farming tactic I do want to try out, but it will have to be a week where I'm like full sweating the boss. Like if I'm going for like a top 1 on a boss or like top 3 when the boss time finishes, then I think it's a week I would use Jungle Bounty farming. This is not the week for that, unfortunately. Alright, this round we'll have the max boat farms, and we'll see what our income at the end of the round looks like. We should get a ton of cash. Pop these mobs down. Yeah, that was like 36,000. That's very good. Alright, so the next plan's pretty simple. We just want to work towards the Banana Central. 100,000%. Get an overclock for this as well. Got it. Okay, nice. And we have a fertilizer for it as well. So what next? We're actually like pretty much out of farming space too. That's a bit unfortunate. So the weird part about these boat farms in central markets is they are more efficient money spent versus money earned than like BRFs, but they aren't as space efficient. Like a full map of BRFs is going to make more income per round with overclocks. So maybe I start transitioning it into BRFs now? I don't know. We do have 10 rounds until the boss comes. I think before I do that, we want to get the other 5th tier farms in here though, 100%. And I also need to ultra boost my Banana Central too. Alright, we have hit round 79, currently 382,000 on hand, so we've accumulated a decent amount of cash, and I have a ton of sell value in all of my farms and everything, obviously. But yeah, I'm going to probably test a couple defensive setups and see what works well. The first thing I'm thinking about, in all honesty, is a Apex Plasmaster, just because all of this map is bordered by walls, so like, my assumption is that the Apex Plasmaster is going to bounce everywhere, like the attack. Now, Dart Paragon's not very expensive, so I could build that and get a lot of other defense too. We'll just see though. First, we'll try degree 40 though. And see how long, oh, that's actually 44, okay. I guess my math was a little bit off, but we'll see how fast this defends. Hopefully somewhat quickly. 8 million HP, that's actually probably gonna take a while then. Oh man, that's actually kinda slow. I mean, it still bounces, but the bounces aren't like crazy good, you know what I'm saying? Huh. That's not as fast as I would have thought, I'll be honest, guys. I think since this is so slow to begin with, a degree 60 would obviously be faster, but a degree 60 would still be too slow for my liking. So let's go back to 80. And we've got to do a little bit of thinking here and how to defend this. An Engineer Paragon probably wouldn't be a bad decision either. The issue with Engineer Paragon though is I don't have it already, and you need to have the sentries and stuff down. Alright, I've got an idea. You've got to let me cook, guys. For this play though, I'm gonna have to sell off like almost all of my defense. Alright, Sun Temple right here, and I'm going to get that into a True Sun God, and then I can get a Primary Expertise in this location. Perfect. Okay, we have set up the 20 darts I had last time with the True Sun God buff, but we're not going to stop there, because that would still take a really long time to pop the boss. What I'm going to build up next is a bunch of spike factories into spike storms. Alright, this is what my current setup's looking like. Pretty solid. Now, we're going to use one rejuvenation potion. I've got a lot of abilities off cooldown. We're going to give this guy Deadeye. Map wide range easy on the True Sun God now. And we're also going to give this a Deadeye buff. That can hit most of the dart monkeys now. We're gonna Microplasma Monkey Fan Club bunch, use all of my Spike Storm abilities, use Homeland Defense. Well, I guess I can use Homeland Defense right now. And then after I'm done with the Spike Storms, use a Rejuvenation Potion from Geraldo, Spike Storm again, use abilities again, upgrade Geraldo to level 20, get a restock, and then do the same thing twice more with Rejuvenation Potions. Wait, we need to go down on accessibility. I should have used Spike Storms first as well, because Spike Storms lag the game, which actually gives me more time to do everything. Rejuve. Okay. Upgrade. Rejuve. Wait. Make sure these have range still. I feel like this is really slow, I'll be honest. But I kind of need to take it, no matter what the result is. I don't want to rebuild a setup. Come on, please pop it. I'm out of rejuvenations. I'm actually out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is bad. Cold Red. Micro. Glue Storm. Mad ability. Can I go home and defense again in a second? Yes. Okay. I mean, we're still doing decent damage. It's not terrible. Come on. Let's finish it off. Finish the boss off. Let's go. My slowest tier yet by far, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Just please pop it. Pop it. Okay. Yeah, 125 through 3 tiers. That was like a little bit less than a minute, I think. Not great, not terrible, is my assertion on that. All right, after a bunch of time spent, we have finalized our farming setup. I think this looks pretty good. One thing I'll definitely want to do sometime soon is get a decent-sized Monkeyopolis, probably not a map-wide one. I think just in this location will be pretty solid. I can't do it right now, though, because I do want to get the village range buff from Desperado ability, so we'll be aiming to do that first. All right, so it's 28,000 for this Monkeyopolis. Honestly, not as big as I would have thought. I feel like, what if I get a Monkeyopolis in this location? I sell this farm. What would the value look like here? Give us range. 40,000, that's much better. Yeah, we'll do this one. Booyah. Okay, and now we start rebuilding these BRFs up. I don't have money for all of them yet, but I'll have money for them soon. Okay, we've made it to around 96. I think next round we are gonna get our Paragons up. I've got 1.5, 1.6 million on hand currently, which is pretty solid, I'd like to say. And how many Paragon totems do I actually have placed? 17. Okay, that's good as well. All right, so the first Paragon I would like to get is actually a Wizard Paragon. That's what we're gonna use all of our totems on. Now, unfortunately, I think you need like 24 totems or so to get degree 80 Wizard Paragon if you don't have any pops on it, which I don't in this case. So we're gonna aim for degree 60 instead of degree 80. Okay, so I need about 900,000 decider to get degree 60. We'll do that. Degree 60, please. Perfect. And then I also want to get an Engineer Paragon, but I think I can probably wait one round to do it because the abilities on the Engineers don't take as long to come back. So let's make farm income for one round first. And with the Master Builder, there's no chance I'd afford a high degree. I'm pretty broke right now, and I would like to keep as many farms as possible. So I think I'm honestly going to sell some overclocks to afford it. Alright, this is everything I needed to sell to afford the Engineer Paragon. That is rough, dude. I'm kinda broke, I'm not gonna lie. But I guess we'll do it. This should be at least degree 20 plus. I think, because we got some pops in the Engineer at the end of the day. Let's see. 30. Okay, that's not terrible. And my hope here is that these two Paragons can take down the tier 4 boss relatively quickly. I might still get a little bit of extra defense, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Okay, Metamorphosis actually is not off cooldown yet. That's a little bit annoying. But I do think I'll stick with just the 2 Paragon defend here. We'll use the Overclock on you, of course. There we go. How's the damage looking? 32 million HP, so it's very healthy. Oh, I'm dead. I'm actually so dead. Wait a second. We took down that skull actually fast, though. So I do need to get some sort of defense here. Okay, this is 100% what I should get. A Flying Fortress. Because I want to get an Ace Paragon up for the tier 5 defend, so we can rack up some Ace Pops mid-tier 4 here pretty easily. Alright, let's try this again. Get you there. Strong targeting. Let's use Metamorphosis. Okay. Can the Ace clean up? That's the question of the day. I'm hoping that's a yes. Right now it's looking like that's the case. That's a lot of balloons, though. Wait. I can maybe get a Holman defense off in a second. If I can afford it. Okay, it looks like one Metamorphosis is probably not going to take down the boss in time. Yeah, it died off. That's okay. That's okay. Holman defense. Use it. We took out a lot of the boss HP at least. Can I get Metamorphosis back, please? I almost have it back. Almost have it back. Okay. Now. Yes. And I need to explode these sentries in a second. Explode, explode. Okay. Another one. Explode. I think we did. We defended. Was it fast? Not really. I'll still take it though. I think that was decent. That was about a minute defend as well, so it was pretty similar time to what we defended the tier 3 in. And this is what my current setup's looking like, guys. We are trying to stall the balloons at the top with Balloon Crush and Super Glue. That way, our ace just gets more overall pops. I'm not sure if it's really working, but that's what I'm attempting to do at least. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is going to be the final round of like getting pops for the ace and farming. Then we're gonna sell a bunch of things. So yeah. How many pops do I have currently? 2.7 million, which it isn't that many at the end of the day, but it's pretty good with the fact that I have the Wizard and Engineer both stealing pops, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I need like 160,000 in the slider here for degree 60, which is my plan. So let's do that. Easy degree 60. Now what to do with the rest of my cash? I could go for more Paragons, but I don't think that's what I'm gonna do. What I'll do instead of going for more Paragons is go for a True Sun God once again. So I'm gonna sell off these things and clear space. And now that I've got the True Sun God up, I technically don't have a need for this Sun Temple anymore, so I can sell this guy. We utilized it to discount this True Sun God, you know what I'm saying? But before I do that, might as well get increased sell back on these guys. I'm gonna sell my Banana Central as well. This has made me 1.4 million. That's kind of crazy. Okay, I've built quite the setup here. Time to play round 117 and start perma-brewing everything up, you know what I'm saying? And also, I can overclock my perma-brew and Homeland defense buff it, which makes it brew things faster. Oh no, guys, I have made a grave mistake. I messed up my mana from the Wizard Monkey, and I'm gonna go into the tier 5 defend with like barely any mana. That's actually like really bad. I didn't create any saves, so I kind of have to take it, you know what I'm saying? It's only 35,000 mana. That's really bad, guys. Dang! Let's overclock these Dart Monkeys. I made sure to prep some overclocks before this defense starts. And now I'll sell these overclocks off that I've used them. Alright, let's use the Rejuvenation Potion now from Geraldo. Use the rest of these overclocks on the new defenses I've built up. Let's run it. Okay. Ace ability. Glue Storm. Replace the Sentry. Keep on strong. Don't die. Okay, I actually got kind of close to dying there. That was a bit frightening. Let's use this ability now. Yes. Home and defense wore off. Ability again. Let's get one Sentry in the back. Okay, we're hanging on. Wait, where's my Engineer Paragon? Or Wizard Paragon? I need to make sure it's overclocked. Okay. This is gonna take forever, dude. We are like not even that much HP down. This is going to be a long defend. Oh my gosh. And Homeland defense wore off a long time ago. Wait a second. Yeah, I haven't been microing it. Man, this is hard. This is hard. To do everything correct, like, in one go. Oh, I need to be moving my Super Brittle as well. That's actually, like, one of the biggest things I could be doing for my setup. Super Brittle being moved is, like, really important. Man, this is taking so long. Wasn't 5 minutes my goal? We're already past 5 minutes. Oh, this is really rough, guys. I want to do a somewhat non-try-hard, try-hard boss run, you know what I'm saying? And that's just, like, not possible in these timed bosses. For you to get a good score, you need to go full try-hard, and it's just... I don't want to spend 10 hours on a video, you know what I'm saying? That's just not what I'm trying to do. So I guess we'll just take whatever we get, but yeah, where are you? Use your ability. Nice. Let's not die here. Another Homeland. Okay. And the other thing with timed bosses is for me to like get a really good score, I'd have to be pausing the game constantly and just like making sure I use every single ability at the best timings and taking the defense extremely slow, which I think is kind of bad for the viewer in a way. Just because, I don't know, I don't like watching videos where people pause the game constantly too, so it's a bit counterintuitive trying to play for a good score, but not trying to spend all day on your run and still trying to keep it entertaining for the viewer. It's hard to juggle all three things at once. I still think we've done a decent job at it this run, but the score is definitely not what I was aiming for at the end of the day. Let's use the Metamorphosis once again. I don't know how long I had that ability available for, but it's fine. Come on. Boss is eventually dead. Took me much longer than I wanted, but we defended. 160 million HP. Let's review map real quick before we go. 116 million pops on the Wizard. We got 26 million on the Engineer. 53 million on the Ace. Mad got 3 million there, which is actually pretty decent. Most of the darts are at like 200k-ish. And you'll see we're on the leaderboard with that. Probably not very good. We got 4th. 4th is alright. But yeah, like, it's crazy that someone got 354. Hope you guys enjoyed though. Ramac out. Peace, guys. Have a good one.